Our St. Joseph's Winter Shelter is now in its third year. Our first night, December 12th, we were first come, first serve. The 32 beds filled up. After that, though, people received a ticket to come back that next night. Every night, there'd be some people who, for whatever reasons, didn't show up. We'd have a few extra beds. So we always had a second line of people who didn't have a ticket who were hoping to get a bed. So it's really just such a privilege and a joy to be part of the shelter. To serve the poor this way is founded and based on Jesus Christ. And whether the guests know that explicitly, I think they experience it implicitly.
A lot of them have no place to stay, and they think that people don't care for them. And she's in there with this act of love, completely unseen, doing that, not expecting anybody to see her either. I mean, it was truly just a selfless act of giving, and that has stayed with me. And to me, that is an example of what goes on here. Everybody here is just doing things so selflessly. It's almost like a community, but it's a community that's brought together by God and by our caring for each other.
Most of the time I'm in the kitchen setting up things for breakfast and for the evening meal. It brings joy to my heart, and my main purpose for being is here. I'd like to put a smile on the face of our guests and a smile on Jesus. If I can do that in my life, I would be perfectly happy.
The shelter, of course, couldn't run without our great team of volunteers that we're so thankful for. It takes 20 volunteers a day to run the shelter, between the setup teams that come to clean and make up the beds in the morning, early afternoon, the intake team, the kitchen and cooks, and then, of course, the 3 overnight volunteers who stay. With that, there's the sisters and the missionaries who are really the backbone.
My name is Deb Peterson, and I really enjoy working at the shelter with the sisters. And one of the main reasons is that my sister Kathleen had mental illness. She passed away 26 years ago, and I really believe that she would have been homeless one day. And so when I come here and I do the work for the homeless, I feel like I'm doing something for my sister.
I'm pastor of Our Lady of Lakes Church, and for my day off, I come down here and stay overnight at the shelter, help out, watch, just keep an eye on everything so that way people have a good night's sleep. I love working here with the sisters because the sisters really love the poor. They see Christ in the poor, and when you're around them, it's easier to follow their lead and also see Christ in the poor. So I find them an inspiration to my vocation, inspiration to serving Christ. It's a good environment to be in because it teaches me and teaches others how to love the poor better.
I think as religious women, it's not just the job, but it really is an aspect of our spiritual motherhood I think that's what kind of sets our shelter apart. People come in and feel that it's not just a shelter, a social work organization, but it's a family. I think families need mothers, and I think that's the role that the sisters in particular are able to provide. And of course, supported by our missionaries and our volunteers.
Everybody that was in hope, they come in. Because that's what they need, a motherly love. And that's what y'all give us. Just like a family. You give us hugs. It's not, we can feel it.
More of an understanding of what it is the poor deal with every day, what it is the homeless deal with, the extent of the issue in this country. And it's helped me to see that on a one level. On a deeper level, it's helped me to understand a little bit more why the corporal acts of mercy are so important.
And over the last 3 to 4 months, each time you wand someone or each time you're helping someone put their stuff away, you get to know that much more about them. So really just the totality of the experiences and kind of really bringing it home that these are really brothers and sisters in Christ. And Christ, he could very, very easily be, like taking on one of these roles in front of you. And how do you treat that person?
I remember the very first night I actually cooked. I'm not really a cook, and I was nervous and I was scared for myself. Powered through it, did it. Besides that, everybody who came in, everybody who I talked to, everybody who I got to know, they were like so grateful, so happy to be there. It was just such an amazing experience seeing like the calm, the love, And every single night I was there, it was the same thing. Every night. No, it's God. I know that's really what it is. But I guess what I was feeling was like the love and the comfort and the lack of chaos. I mean, God's working in here, and at least some of them are carrying it out there.
The process of getting things fixed in Atlantic City, it takes about 2 months. It allows me to, at least know while I'm out doing my ventures, to different buildings and things like that, that I can do that confidently, knowing I will have a meal waiting for me and a place to rest and get toiletries.
I've done a little bit of everything. I've helped with intake, I've helped with security, helped just monitor the flow of people. I've been an intercessor over in the church, which basically involves going over there and praying for everybody who's involved in the shelter, the guests as well as the volunteers. And then at 7:30 helping to lead the rosary, which is a beautiful thing because some of the guests come over and participate in it as well. So it's really very, very moving. It's helped me to really understand in a much deeper way how God works in all of our lives. And it changes you. It really does. I didn't expect it to change me as much as it has.
What makes this place a success is the prayer. All right, like right now, there's a rosary going on over in the church, and I think this place is protected. All right, it teaches me humility, teaches me patience. They give me the gift of humor. You know what I mean? A lot of them. It's just like I said. I see myself in a lot of them. And I feel like a camaraderie. I feel like they're my brothers and sisters, all right, not just so much guests. So we're kind of like, and even with the other volunteers, we're like an extended family, all right, and that's real important. I mean, I look forward to that. Everybody's looking for a connection.
I love that. And, I understand that they have real problems and everything. And I also, but they're, most of them come in here with such a purity of heart. It's that they really follow the message of Christ. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And, it's just, serving the hopeless, giving hope to the hopeless. That's it.
It wasn't what I expected. It was better. The ambiance, it was a controlled environment. Everybody that was here, they showed a genuine concern. And they kind of like grabbed me. I felt a lot of hope. And like I tell the people here, I look at it as a transitional environment opposed to like a shelter. It gives you hope, and I always look forward to coming here. Because the people here really, really show genuine concern. Like Scripture says, "Do not your arms among men." If you're gonna do it from the heart. And you feel that in here. It's just genuine concern, and along with that, these people, they try to help you.
Like this place here is not just for sleeping or just for eating, right? Like the sisters, like they really try to help you to build confidence, to move forward and want more for yourself.
When I came here, I found peace of mind. So yeah, I stressed, but not that much. And once I laid down and relaxed, I was pretty much all right. The stress kind of went away, at least for the night.
You push me to a limit, even though I have 2 broken legs, but you inspire me. Just don't give up. Even though this woman attacked you, don't let the past control you. And that's why I love about y'all.
The atmosphere. All the volunteers are great. The nuns are awesome. The food is awesome. We get a place to sleep. We all get along. There's hardly any arguments, which is perfect. But yeah, we all get along. And then if we see each other on the street, so we all know each other. It's like one big happy family without having a family.
People were allowed to stay with us for 3 weeks. And if they wanted to stay longer than the 3 weeks, they needed to have an action plan, a form that they took to a local social worker to have filled out. It was very helpful to show that they were actively working to resolve their homelessness. So people could stay beyond the 3-week limit if they were somehow working with a social worker. We saw this new system to be very effective in encouraging people to take that next good step for them. We saw a number of people get into housing or get their IDs or begin work. So we think this change has been very fruitful.
Gear you in the right direction, and try and help everybody get to where they should be at some point. I've been fortunate that due to the help of the sisters and the organization that I'm now working, just started work today is my first day.
Allowed me to get myself organized to
set things to move forward. And with the new year and so on, really the timing's perfect. It's helped me immeasurably. Really.
So now I'm looking forward to going into a sober living home, and and then in a million years, I never thought I would be on the methadone clinic, and from there get my work and my son back in my life.
So I hope other people get the opportunity that I'm getting. I changed a few ways since I've been here. Using drugs. I addressed it, not overall, but I went and got help recently. I just got out and came back here, and again the ambiance. It's like I feel like I'm home.
The security, knowing, okay, I had a breakfast that morning, I had coffee, I have, different food I really might have to worry about lunch. And if I do get to the offices too long, it's all right because, still make it to a nice dinner and a good environment to get some rest. So I can do these things. So that's what prevents a lot of us is the rest.
So we've had well over 100 different guests throughout the shelter season. Today, March 9th, is actually our last night. Our season is coming to a close.
Last night here, as everybody knows. So we couldn't let this go unsaid, because unfortunately we're human and we tend to take a lot of things for granted. So, for these sisters, volunteers, missionaries, all the people who cook, just everyone, we could not let it go without saying thank you. We appreciate you so much.
I feel we're at a good place of having helped a number of people through the winter and hoping and encouraging them to keep taking the next good step.
It's like we all walk together in the same path. We all share the same path. That inspiration alone is the most powerful thing that's why I say, don't stop. Please don't stop, because the streets need y'all. They really do.
But much more. It's really been a true blessing to be here and to see everyone giving in such a Christ-like way. So many people, we met wonderful people. It really brings out a lot of good in everybody.
There's a lot of motivation now. The structure here, and people come and donate their time. They don't have to, And so once I get all my ducks in a row, employment, housing, I want to reach out and do the same thing that y'all do. The only way you keep what you have is to give it away. So I just have to stay into keep a constructive mind, and just keep doing what I'm doing. Put God first, not as a passenger. Put God first, and I believe all will be well.